Um, can we talk about that book buying ban? Hello, welcome back to our channel. I am Kelly Lynn Colby, Editorial Director at Cursed Dragon Ship Publishing. I'm also a freelance editor, a writer, and most importantly for this video, a reader. And a book addict. Today, I have a confession. I broke my book buying ban. Yeah. It was an accident. I slipped into a lot of bookstores. No, look, I have a good reason, okay? I have a very good reason. And that was, it was Jessica Rainey's birthday, so we went out celebrating, which of course we're book people. You know, Jessica Rainey, she's author of Root and Bone. It's awesome. You should check it out. We went to bookstores. Lots of indie bookstores. And it was amazing. And I can't go into an indie bookstore and not support them. What kind of person do you think I am? And, you know, I like to buy one book that's hyped and then one book I've never heard of. So, I mean, I have to buy two books from all the bookstores because that's a rule. And then when I'm supporting all the indie stores, yeah, actually the next day was the book club. See? So I'd go to Copperfield's for book club. And then, you know, so I had to support Copperfield's. And then we also went to right next door is Barnes & Noble because I needed the next book in a series. This was required. And then I, you know, on my way home, I was like, well, you know, the discount bookstore is right there, right next to Barnes & Noble. Look, man, I did a lot of book shopping and I'm very ashamed I broke my book ban. Okay, look, I really don't regret anything. I know this is very bad. I'm a horrible person, but I don't care. You want to share with me? You want to? It's awesome. Come look. All right. So first we stopped by, oh, these aren't in order because this wasn't the first store, but we stopped by Murder by the Book, and it's a local Houston bookstore. It's adorable, and I'll probably do a tour in April because April, remember, I'm allowed to break my book ban in April because that one is my book buying ban. I'm not on a book ban. Can you imagine? No. I'm allowed to break my book buying ban in April because that's Indie Bookstore month. I mean, it's my favorite holiday. I have to support. All right. So every other month book buying ban. I might be able to stick with that one. Anyway, so I bought The Teller of Small Fortunes. I was very happy to get this cover because I love this cover. I don't like the other one nearly as much. This one's just adorable. And this is supposed to be like a cozy little mystery. And I'm in. But this is the hyped one. The one I'd never heard of before was The Book of Candlelight. It's a secret book and Scone Society novel by Ellery Adams. This one looks so cute, except they fooled me. It's not the first book in the series. But I did see the first book in the series. It was like on KU or something. I'm sure this is one you don't have to read from the beginning, but I do personally. So I will read the first one and then we can read this one. Then, let's see, went to Brazos Bookstore. That is right like across the street from Murder by the Book. Love those two bookstores. Love that I live in a community that can support two indie bookstores right across the street from each other, by the way. And I bought The Resurrectionist by A. Ray Dunlap. So it looks like I only bought one from them. Oh, I know why. Because the one that, this one's the hyped one. And then the one I'd never heard of, Taylor Shepard came with us. And Taylor, she's on The Book Dragon, by the way. You should follow her. The other book that I wanted to buy, whose name is going to skip me right now, she has it. So she was going to let me have hers. So I still supported them. Look, bought a book. Next was Kindred Stories. I adore that store. It's so cute. It's like in this little cottage. It's adorable. And they specialize in African-American books. And so the one I'd never heard of I bought from there was The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. Some of the best horror I've read lately is by African-American authors. So hopefully this will stand up to that. And I think that's a Carrie retelling. And then one that is hyped that I've been dying to read is Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades by Farida Abiki Iyamidi. I'm so sorry. I need to get like a pronunciation guide because I hate saying people's names wrong. I can't do an accent, but I can at least do the best I can, and I don't even know where to start. Got to look it up. But Ace of Spades. And then we went to one I had not been to before, Houston Book Warehouse. This one was adorable. It's a used bookstore. I don't think they had any new books, actually. I think they were all used. And it was beautiful, like, handmade shelves kind of thing. It was really cute. And it was big. For a used bookstore, it was big. So we explored and looked through things. And the one I had heard before and was hyped is this one, What's Mine and Yours by Naama Coster. Is that an R? That's on the side too, right? Yeah. By Naomi Coster. So this one has been hyped. I love it. These, I swear, it's all lit fic, right? When you have all these things. And see, it's a Jenna book, probably why it was hyped. And then the other one I got I'd never heard of is called Afterlife by Rianne Ellis. It's about mediums. So it's early 1900s about mediums in like New York and such. So that looks like fun. It's fiction, not nonfiction. And went to Kaboom. I really love Kaboom. This is my second trip to Kaboom, and I'm definitely going to go there again when we have the small thing. I like Kaboom so much. I bought 5. I bought 5 books from them, and I'm not sorry. All right, I got The Bitter Side of Sweet by Tara Sullivan. I mean, I can get lost in their shelves, but they're so tall. I was really glad Taylor came because there was a book way at the top and I couldn't reach it, and she got it for me. Let's see, this is about Amadou counts things that matter for 2 long years. What's mattered most to him and his little brother, Seydou, are cacao pods. The more they can chop down in a day, the better their chances are of staying alive. And this is in Mali. Nice, off the Ivory Coast. These are the kind of stories I adore. Again, I've said it in multiple videos. I will say it again. I want to explore other cultures. I don't have enough money to travel the whole world, but I can buy a discount book and at least get a glimpse of somebody else's experience. It's the best I can do at this point, and I'm enthralled. I also bought Old Baggage by Alyssa Evans. And this one is Britain, I think. Yes, so in Britain during the women's suffrage campaign. And considering we apparently need to go start marching again because we're going through women's suffrage again, it's probably an apt book to maybe take notes on. How'd they do it the first time? This is the book I had to have Taylor get for me. It was at the top. It's Persephone Station by Stina Leicht. Look at that. I love these weird sci-fi books. You can do things with science fiction you can't do with anything else. So let's see. This is a seemingly backwater planet, Persephone Station, becomes the focus for the Serau Orlov Corporation as the planet has a few secrets they tenaciously want to exploit. Rosie, owner of Monk's Bar, caters to wannabe criminals and rich earther tourists of a sort at the front bar. Ooh, bartender, I love that. Angel, ex-Marine and head of a semi-organized band of beneficent criminals, wayward assassins, and washed-up mercenaries with a penchant for doing the honorable thing, is asked to perform a job for Rosie. What this job reveals will affect Persephone and put Angel and her squad up against an army. Despite the odds, they are rearing for a fight with the Serau Orlov Corporation. For Angel, she knows that once honor is lost, there is no regaining it. That doesn't mean she can't damn well try. I mean, that sounds fun. I love a group of misfits who fight for the good of the whole planet. I love that. That's fantasy trope territory, right? So this should be fun. And look at that art. Talk about cover by. Look at that. Look at that. I'd read a graphic novel with that art. It's stunning. All right. And then the last time we went, I looked at this book and I was like, and I didn't buy it. So this time I didn't even try to resist. I just bought it. Grave Secrets of Dinosaurs, Soft Tissues and Hard Science. It was so fun. I love dinosaurs. So this is the nonfiction one that I got this time. And dinosaurs fascinate me. And there are pictures. I just love it. Look at that. Beautiful country out there. Just to look for dinosaurs. I mean, I wouldn't want to live in it. I need trees. But to explore, sign me up. And then finally, for my whimsical side, I found all color book of Dragons, Ogres, and Wicked Witches. This is translated from Czech. And I'm so excited. It's beautiful. Talk about amazing art. I love old fairy tales and old fables and old myths. And look at this art. Look at that. Look at how cool. I was like, I must have this. I must have. The fact that I haven't already sat down to read it tells you how focused I am on the goals of what I've been reading. Look at that. Look. It's so cool. The problem is when I sit down to read it, I'm going to have a notebook handy because these kind of things inspire me. They inspire me to come up with new characters and new ideas and new ways of looking at things. And I love them so much. There's a reason why I never, ever, ever run out of ideas of things to write. It's a lot to do with reading. Now the weight's upside down. Let's hope they don't fall. So, as I said in the intro, then because we went Saturday and did all that, we went to Copperfield's Books, my favorite indie bookstore, to do our book club. If you are local and you want to join our book club, it's Reality Bites Book Club. We would love to have you. We meet second Sundays at 3 p.m. at Copperfield's Books. We'd love to see you. Come on out and join us. The next book we're reading, well, I don't know when this is going out, but we only read fantasy, sci-fi, and horror. So if you're looking for that, come join us. So I went there, and then I went to the local bookstores and, maybe stopped at Goodwill, which is where these came from. And this is Murder on Millionaire's Row. It is a mystery by Erin Lindsay. Quite frankly, that was a cover by too. Apparently, these covers get me. I do cover by sometimes. Saw Golden Sun for $1, and it was just in time. This is book 2 in the Red Rising saga, and Zafo had just finished book 1, and I was like, oh look, I just found book 2. So yes, I have convinced Zafo to read physical books. I don't know what's happened with the universe, but I did it. And so he read that one. He's reading book 3 now. We got from the library. Look, we're trying to be good. I just had a momentary slip up. Amy Tan, The Valley of Amazement. So I read Joy Luck Club in high school for academic decathlon. Did anyone participate in that? Does that even still exist? Because they didn't have it down here in Houston. Not that my kids would have done it, but I totally did. And I loved it. It exposed me all kinds of things like Amy Tan. And so I read that, but that was, I'm old now. So decades, literal decades. 3 of them, actually. I'm old. So The Valley of Amazement by Amy Tan. Again, more exploring. And again, it was a hardback for $4. Which I don't know why I care. I just donate them. And then I went to Barnes & Noble. And I went to Barnes & Noble for a legit reason. It was a legit, this is one of the things I am allowed to break my book buying ban for. And that is to buy the next in the series when I'm reading them for something. For this one, I'm doing the Catch-Up Book Club with Becca and the Books. The next book, book 3, is Ruin by John Gwynne. So I went there to get this. This is legit. This did not break any rules. This book, legal. And while I was there, I got The Bone Shard Daughter, sorry, no S, by Andrea Stewart. This also is a very good reason. I have a very good reason for this, which you will find out later. I'm not sure when I'm allowed to say anything about anything, but very good reason for this one. First of all, I want to read it. And look at that cover. Look at that. These cover artists, I mean, nothing but respect. How they do what they do, it works on me, for the record. But, so this is the first in a new series, and I'm excited to read that. But again, a reason that I can't tell you about. And the last one I got there was His Majesty's Dragon. This is book 1 of the Temeraire series by Naomi Novik. The reason I bought this was because my two favorite books I've read in the past few months are Uprooted and Spinning Silver, both by Naomi Novik. And I didn't have any more books by her, and that's not okay. It's not okay. So I bought this one. I mean, I was there anyways, and I wanted. And then Copperfields. Oh, while I was at Copperfields, I did get a book, and that was The Banded Queens by Parina Schroff. This one was talked about by a lot of people a few months ago, and then no one said anything. So I don't know if they were just excited about it and didn't read it, or if it doesn't, live up to the hype, or if it was just only certain people really liked it. I don't know. But it's so fascinating to me. It takes place in India, and it is a woman whose husband disappears. Like, he's just gone. And she's like free now. She's like, yay, I'm free. But other women in her village thinks that she killed him. So now they're coming to her for help to get rid of their husbands. I'm like, yeah, I want to read that. So we'll see. We shall see. I'm very excited about that one. It's just fascinating. I never would even come up with that concept. That's brilliant. And then that discounted store that I said, Ollie's, that's over there by Barnes & Noble, that I almost cannot resist. I rarely find anything. Every now and again I get a book. This time they had 4. So first one I bought that I have heard hyped was The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. So we shall see if I like this one or not. I don't remember what it was about. Let's see. For centuries, witches have maintained the climate, their power peaking the season of their birth. But their control is faltering as the atmosphere becomes more erratic. All hope lies with Clara, whose rare magic is tied to every season. Oh, that's interesting. So she has different magic with different seasons. But again, the cover, I don't... Maybe I just want to own a bookstore so I could just put covers all over. It's like art in my house. Once Upon a Wardrobe by Patty Callahan. This one just gives me a very peaceful winter vibe. And I was feeling it at the time, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Very, very hyped book. No idea how it ended up at Ollie's, but I'll take it. It's Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. Not read anything by Carrie Maniscalco yet, so we shall see. But definitely, I think some people just love this series. I don't know if I've heard anything bad. I've heard love and indifferent. I've not heard bad, so we'll see. Finally, last book, Elisa Scotolini, probably Scotolini because Italian, Eternal. Now, this is World War II. Yep, Mussolini leads Italy, so during World War II. And it's about friends during World War II, one of which is Jewish. So that will be fun. It says her first ever historical novel. Oh, this first one by Lisa. I was going to say, I thought she was a thriller writer. A sweeping epic fueled by shocking true events. I do like to learn my history through fiction. All right. I think that's all of them. My very guilty book haul here. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 23. I've done much worse. 23 is not so bad. I do now have 297 physical books I need to read, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to go read now. I actually don't feel bad. Isn't that awful? If I was buying all of these at full price and they were all $40, then we'd have a problem. Now my biggest problem is I need more bookshelves. Yeah, just for my not yet read books. Yeah. Because I have broken my book buying ban, and if any of you watch my TBR game, I need a punishment. It's only fair. I have 4 Disney characters trying to get to Cinderella's castle, which for me symbolizes the bookstore, 4 different varieties of them. So if I already went to the bookstore when I wasn't supposed to, then I have to have a punishment. So there's one character that is not on the board, and that's Tigger. So if I want a character to really add some chaos to the board, it's going to be Tigger. So if you want to see what is happening, you gotta watch my next TBR to see what Tigger is going to do to my prospect of legally going to the bookstore. Awesome. All right. Now I'm going to go figure out what to do with these books and read the other ones I'm already reading, which are really good. All right. Thank you, everyone. I'll catch you next time.